R.e.s.p.e.c.t. Find out what it means to me. Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. The legendary Aretha Franklin sang those words decades ago, and women took it out of context, flipped it on its head, and are now mad because their meaning didn't come true. While Aretha said a little respect when you get home, feminists demanded a lot of respect everywhere all the time just because they're women. Meanwhile, women did nothing, do nothing, make nothing, build nothing. Now, among men, we say respect is earned. Notice who men give respect to? Just because? Police, the military, firemen, surgeons, EMTs, and so on. These are men. Men bow and salute respectfully. Notice the pattern? They all put their lives in danger or save lives. The tier down from that are architects, teachers, coaches, and so on. These are men who have done something dramatic and plucked glory out of nowhere. Regardless, all of these men did something. The everyday man doesn't demand respect, nor does he expect to get it from nowhere but his own group of friends. And as a side note, if you're a man and your friends don't respect you, get new friends. Thank you. So women demanding respect just because they're women is a non-starter. But we birth all the humans. No, you don't. In fact, the age bracket 35 and younger aren't having kids. So this seed of respect is completely gone. These feminists have made their beds. Now they must lie in them. I'm going to give you the list of action, reaction, causation, response, and we're going to go over a little bit of history to see how we got to this point right now where women demanding respect have lost all respect, even from other women. I know there's a few of you on my channel because this is an older channel, and more than likely the women on my channel are respectful women and deserve respect because they are ladies. And my definition of lady is the actual definition of lady. It has nothing to do with just having lady parts, woman parts, female parts. It has everything to do of how you carry yourself every second of the day. I'm sorry to tell you, women, hoochies are not ladies. And if you get the two confused, you need your brain checked. Let's begin. Ikimasho. Women were told to get a job so they could have their own money to shop with. Did you hear that order? And what was the conclusion? To shop with. Sounds reasonable, right? Today that sounds reasonable. Why was this a thing? Because companies wanted women shopping even more, right? Seems logical. Well, before, in a land long, long time ago, the husband made all the money and brought it home. The woman, now this is one specific type of household, but it did prevail in a lot of homes. The woman took the money and paid all the bills. Here's where the feminists really wreck history. The woman took the money, paid all the bills, took care of the family with the finances, did all the budgets, and if they had any left over, saved it for a rainy day. Back in those days, America, the entire United States, was a creditor nation. That means there was so much money saved in the United States that we could afford to lend money out to the rest of the world. Keyword there is lend. Now we're a debtor nation. We're impoverished. America doesn't save anything. Not lay blame on the Federal Reserve, who has negative interest rates, so saving is actually losing you money in a bank. Let's continue. A lot of feminists want to pretend that the man kept all the money and the man did all the finances. No. In fact, one of the friendliest people here in this trailer park is a older couple in their 50s, and he brings all of his money, and she works too, and he gives it to her to take care of all of the home finances, including the groceries. In other words, there was very little extra money back in those days. Once you put the money in the savings, that was it. You saved. In fact, any extra money was only spent to buy appliances to make her work at home easier and easier around the house. So much so that women took up crafts. The craft industry was booming. The rich women had their fashions, as they had for centuries, but the middle class woman could copy the dress and sew it herself. So much so that she could look like a rich woman without the expensive cost. Life was simple then, but then came the 40s. The men went to die and the women were coaxed out of their homes, saying the men needed them to work to make munitions. The country was transformed and whole industries were retooled for munitions. When it was over, women went back home. But companies figured, with all these expensive men, that they had to pay to feed their entire families on just his paycheck. They could cut payroll in half or even a third of what they paid men who had to make enough money to support wife and kids. And so they told women to make their own money, not explaining that it would ultimately destroy men because they would pit women against men. With double in the people available for work, they would offer women 30% of what they paid men originally and not hire men. It worked. Women took the bait. In an effort to make their own money, they got their husbands fired. And before they could stop and realize what happened, they came out with the 60s and 70s sexual revolution to target women again, to be like men. Hey ladies, throw away your petticoats and you can have a man every other night, just like men. They didn't explain that men don't get pregnant. And before that, men had to marry you to have sex with you. And it was only unrespected women that the men frequented to have sex with outside of marriage. And those were few and far between. They were a vast minority of women who did that. No woman wanted to be unrespected. So they failed to explain that they lowered the respect for women instead of raising the respect for women. But somehow women thought that being a slut would make them equal to men, forgetting that men don't get pregnant. But as every turn, they turned around and kept proclaiming the need for women to be like men and respected like men. Then the ultimate happened. Women started hitting men, believing that they were equal to men. They forgot that men's bones, muscles, and bodies are 3 times the density of women. A punch for a tiny man is equal to 3 women. To say that women and men are both humans is almost technically not true. That men and women come from the same place is true, but scientifically, the difference is so vast that human women are closer to some animals than they are to human men. That's how different the two are. Through the media, entertainment, books, movies, music, women were brainwashed into thinking they should hit men if they got mad, frustrated, or disrespected. There's that word again. But what they didn't tell women was that while they were making women believe they were equal, they were also making men believe they were equal. Ironically, today only the traditional sexist men are the very ones that won't hit women back. These new men will not only hit a woman back, but he will defend himself as if a pack of dudes had attacked him. The courts, however, do not see a difference and says every human has a right to defend himself. And so they will, in fact, throw women in jail for hating men. We've come to the 80s and today, women devastated the working market. We went from a blue-collar country to an information age where women dominate the information markets, but they still demand respect. It's a virus, an infection with them. They want to be treated by the ladies, yet are sluts. They want sluts to be respected, as if they were ladies. They want obese women to be respected and sought after like the women that get up at 4 a.m. and work out for an hour daily. They have gotten companies to buy into the notion that women are paid as much as men, so much that now they make more than men, when it was never true that they were paid less than men. Only except when companies fired all the men, lowered the pay for work across the board, and hired mostly women. Back in the 50s. You made that bed, not men. But still, women want to sit in a comfy office, not do hard labor for 12 hours a day, which the pay is double that of a secretary. You don't get respect for sitting on an OSHA-approved chair with an ergonomic keyboard in an air-conditioned office for 6 hours a day. What is there to respect? Kids can do that job. And there was a time in the United States that kids did hard labor for 10 hours a day, if not more. So what exactly are you expecting respect society to salute you for? Now, to give you the full context of this song, I'm going to sing it to you, and I want you to listen to the words so you get it right this time, all right? What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, do you know I got it? All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you get home, mister, I ain't gonna do you wrong when you're gone. I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get home. When you get home. Yeah, baby. That's respect from your man at home when he gets home. And it's just a little bit. The chorus says, just a little bit. 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 Ain't nobody here to salute you because you're a secretary. Ain't nobody here to salute you because you eat bonbons and cakes and ice cream. I mean, ice cream is fantastic, mind you. Nobody's here to respect you for that. Take it from men. Respect is earned. Being a man doesn't give you respect automatically. Being a woman doesn't get you respect automatically. To demand respect from people just because you're a woman is a false premise and a non-starter. And if you think people respect you because you're a woman, you're delusional all by yourself. Now, here's what I want you to do, women. All of you women who are respectful, all of you women who are ladies, in my definition, I need you to tell this younger generation, you got it right. The younger generation isn't what it used to be. We are at the crux in history where the younger generation is going to be destroyed. It leads to their own destruction. They have nothing that they believe in, and I know they really think they believe in something. But you cannot believe in something that is unjustified, that has no justice to it. And also demanding that we respect groups that don't do anything that's respectful. We respect the military because they put their lives on the line to fight for our country. That is a group. We respect them because they do something. They do something above and beyond the call of just being a human. We're not going to respect a group because they put on makeup. That isn't above and beyond being a human. We're not going to respect a group simply because of the color of their skin. That's not going beyond and above a human. No group is to be respected simply because of the color of skin, other than regular, everyday human acknowledgement. I acknowledge that all of you purple people and you polka dotted people are humans. I acknowledge it. I'm not going to go out of my way to bring harm to you. That's acknowledgement. That's not respect. All of the people who eat ice cream, I have no respect for you. I acknowledge that you're human, and that's it. You can't demand respect for eating ice cream. I too love ice cream. Probably too much for my needs and wishes. It's bad for my health. It's bad for my stomach. I'm talking about the size of it. So no, I'm not going to respect you because you eat ice cream. Respect is a very serious word. Respect means I'm going to bow to you. I'm going to salute you. I'm going to open doors for you. I'm going to rush to pick up a piece of paper that you dropped. That's respect. And I'm sorry, if you're not somebody's wife, which is, it's kind of opposite in Africa, so I still sort of work on African behaviors. You're not supposed to talk to anybody's wife at all. But in the United States, we did the exact opposite. We respected somebody's wife because they were somebody's wife and they were more than likely a mother of children. This generation that's coming through now doesn't want to work, doesn't want to get married, doesn't want to have children. Does not at all. So there's nothing there to respect. They don't act like ladies. There's nothing there. I need you older women to tell them why grandma is have their hats tipped to them, open doors for them. Please tell these women. And I want you to tell these feminists, hey, men don't open doors for women because they're women. Men open doors because they're polite, and they open doors for other men. Shaka, shaka. I was cursed out by a woman for holding the door open for me. You know, all of the ghetto videos that I was looking at where the guy said something very nasty to the woman. I didn't say anything to her. I just walked in, and the people in the store knew me, and they knew that I was the last person that woman should have said anything to. Why? Because I brought sunshine when I came into their store. I would buy other people's stuff. I even paid off a dude's debt to a store because he was short on his drawer and they were going to fire him. So instead of seeing him fired, I went and gave that dude all the money that he was short in his drawer. I'm the last person any woman should be cursing out, talking about, I can get my own door. It's not for you. It's me. I'm polite and mannerly, a gentleman. I have class. You older women need to talk to these women, these girls who are saying, you should respect me because I'm a slut. What? This world is backwards. Thank y'all for watching. Leave a thumbs up. Bye-bye.